Good evening everyone and welcome to Mexico City for the Mexico City Grand Prix. Now hopefully it's gonna be a brilliant race. It's a so we have well, we'll get to all of the standings and some other stuff in a second, but it's been a very long week, I have to say. In terms of drivers chatting with each other, but we're finally getting answers. And last time we visited this circuit, we had some issues. Now, hopefully, we don't have any of that today. Let's just go through what people have been saying in chat, because it's active straight away with 7 viewers and 7 chats. Anyway, we have Pal saying, I'm racing, what a shock. I mean, there was a reason why you were ready. William saying, easy win for me. I mean, the grid is very competitive, but if you're saying that you have a chance of winning, then I'm very excited, because that's even more drivers challenging at the front. And I guess for the last few races, we've had always one man who's dominated. So I kind of feel like this may be the first round where I'm kind of a bit like, well, you never know. We might be getting a few drivers fighting for this victory, and we're not just going to have someone dominating. Just a bit like Tier 2, how it's a bit more open between a few drivers. So, Pal saying Tier 1 is just so good. And yep, move to Tier 2, but you're reserving for today. Just like, I'll find him for you, Raf and Diaz, just like him. He's a Tier 2 driver reserving as well. And Omar as well, reserving today from Tier 2. So, hello to all of them. And obviously the grid, looking interesting. We have Pablo for AlphaTauri, more known as Jacob in the Discord. William as well, hello to him. And Knox. And you can see a lot of different teams as well. And now Ace just also joined WR earlier this week as well. So did Tristan, who is not going to be racing with us today, unfortunately, due to going to F1 Arcade. So hopefully he has a great time, but unfortunately I don't think he was too happy with, apparently there was something with Sim and all of that is not free and some other stuff. So, but hopefully he has a good time anyway. And Pal's saying he's got 100% attendance still. And we have Den, I think it is. I think I get it wrong every week, but he is saying, come on, Mercedes. Unfortunately, yep, Carlabona is having some issues. He's currently with us, but also returning is Flame. So, Flame's returning, and this championship battle is so close and exciting. And I was watching the Red Bull practice earlier. The 2 Red Bulls were practicing. I saw a few spins by Kyle, and also Knox had a spin, but I don't think I think they were practicing by themselves. I was trying to actually record a lap of the circuit, but I wasn't able to, because they kept spinning or making a mistake on every single one of them. So woohoo, okay. So really excited for this one. The anticipation is building. And say hello to Raptor as well. We'll go through more drivers and all of the other stuff as well, but this one's gonna be interesting. First of all, starting off with the 18 minutes, which you guys will be able to enjoy a car going around, and you can also enjoy me taking you through the driver standings. But the anticipation is building here in Mexico, and it's time to see who's actually going to be fastest over the qualifying pace. So the fastest laps you'll see all weekend, and then we're going to be heading into the race, where I'm expecting it to be close. I've also got a lot of water as well. And there we go. We have 100 followers. Or do we yet? If my computer wasn't being slow, then that would be helpful. Anyway, you can see the different cars. And yeah, we do have 100 followers. So we have the different cars heading out. I'll leave you on board with the AlphaTauri on his outlap. We'll do off board for now, and then I'll take you through some laps in a tiny bit. So, standings now. Also, one thing, whenever I do try and take you through the standings, there's always something which interrupts me. I'm hoping that we don't get any of that anymore, and I'm able to take you through the standings in peace. So let's have a look. Tier 1, scroll right to the bottom, because once I made a mistake where I was actually looking at the top, and I just need to look. Is it Miami was the last race? So there we go, updated, and as you can see, it's Flame, 1.5 points clear. So yes, you're gonna have to hear me say the 0.5, because I mean it's annoying, but due to we had a half race, it's 1.5, unfortunately. So 1.5 points clear of Glexus, sits in second position. Tristan in third, who's going to be missing today, with 38 points. Carlabona in fourth with 30.5, and then Harrison with 30 points. Ace in sixth with 26, and then Sine in seventh with 25. He's not racing today either. Waldo in 12th, and then we have Finn in 13th, Charlie in 15th, and then Renee, Kyle. And that's it for all of the point scorers, and the rest of those drivers who have just joined. So we'll let them score their first points, and then we'll talk about them a bit more. But this one's going to be interesting. This one's going to be exciting. I think we're all very excited for this one. A lot of water for me to drink as well. There we go then. So, let me get the stuff up for you. And we'll jump over to Harley, who is pushing on now. Around this circuit. And you can enjoy it without any overlays as well as he goes through and pushing on. Don't worry, you'll have it back at the end of this lap, just so you can get to know the track a bit more, and you can see it without anything in your way as he sweeps it in, and the camera picks it up, but it also picks him up spinning. There we go. So everything back up for you. Anyway, it is the Williams of Ollie who is reserving in first. It's Flame in second, close. And then we have Omar in third. HP8 Gamer in fourth. And who else is going to be across the line? Next, Pablo, as he makes his way now, or is about to make his way into the stadium section with a Ferrari just ahead of him. And you want to be on the power straight away. And then you're making your way through the last few corners, and then it's now foot to the floor to the line. On board we go with the AlphaTauri man. Where can he go? He can go to the top of the table. 1 minute 16.126 for him. And who else? Can anyone get close to it? We have Kyle moving teams, esport teams by the way, not teams in FPRL. So before anyone starts saying, well, he's still in Red Bull, you can see right ahead of his name, right before his name, it now says Eco, says HP Gamer, third position for him. I actually joined in his stream earlier, and well, he's hoping for a win. He said it's going to be a bit easier without Glexus. Well, he told me that when Glexus wasn't supposed to race, but now Glexus obviously is racing, but he said without Tristan as well, his teammate, it would also be a tiny bit more easier. So excited to see what HP Gamer can do as well. And we'll continue on board with Raptor then, as the Haas. His foot to the floor now through the next few couple of corners with DRS open now. I'll quickly get something up as well for myself. So you go into the stadium section then, 13. I think this map might actually be wrong. 1 second. No, it should be right. Okay, to the line he goes, and to the top of the table. 1 minute 15.331. And that lap is gonna be a hard one to beat. Well, I mean it's close, second downwards, but you have one man who's clear of the rest of the field for now. So, and Pal's saying he's got an head brake. Let's pray and hope we don't get any when the race starts. But there we go. Who else is pushing on currently? We have Harley making his debut this weekend in Tier 1. I was about to push onto the S section. I think he wanted to turn the car in, but I thought, for a second I thought he was going to lose the rear end, because it looked like when he turned in, it was a bit of a slide, but he just hanged on in there, so he didn't lose too much time. Now DRS open, heading down into turn number 12. And it doesn't look like he's pushing on too much. Currently, yep, he's backing off, saving the ERS, and is gonna be getting ready to go on the attack. Let's see what he's gonna be able to do. Performed brilliantly in Tier 2, and getting moved up to Tier 1 to see what he can do in the top tier of FPRL. As we head down towards turn number 1, just braking, and then back on the power, attack the inside curb, and then through 2, 3, over the curbs once more. Don't want to run too wide. DRS goes open once again, and you're making your way down towards turn number 4. Just find your braking point, and then turn in. I think he was a bit more wide, wanted to probably turn in a tiny bit more. That's what it looked like. And right, go right over to the edge of the circuit. Don't want to invalidate though. And now you're making your way to the S section, turn number 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And attack the inside curb. Back on the power. Don't want to run too wide. Once more. And there you go. Don't want to run too much wide, but you don't want to cut the curb too much that you invalidate your lap. And he has invalidated. So he'll be looking to push once again. Who is currently on a lap? We have Pal getting out of the way. A lot of cars at turn number 4. As here is William then, who said he wanted a win as well. Will he be able to get one? We have Renee then. I mean I have commentated on William, I know. I know I have. At somewhere I have. I'll actually DM him later. Because obviously not going to say the leagues here. Not very professional when I'm commentating for FPRL, but I think I have, and I think I know where, so. Anyway. We have Renee. Is he beginning his lap down towards turn number 1? With DRS open, I think he is. Now he is lagging a tiny bit, let's just hope it's not for me. Always a commentator hoping that the lag isn't for himself. We'll go on board with we'll see someone else. And yeah, I don't think it's for me. Is we have Ollie. I think did he improve? I think he did. Yeah, I think he's found an improvement. Just now we have Pablo pushing on down towards turn number 1 once more. And he's gonna find his braking zone. And once again this qualifying session going fastly as expected. Always qualifying sessions go fast. Attacking over the curbs, about to open DRS once more again. And today we're also on time with everything. We're on time. And over. Doesn't attack the inside curb through 4 actually. But continues to push on then. And let's hope he can make it to the end of this lap without any trouble. As he attacks now. Going through 9, 10, and 11. And I think he takes a bit of a wide line, which, yeah, it looked like he took a tiny bit of a wide line, I think through 10, which forced him too wide, and yeah, he's backed out of it. Because I think he didn't want to have a little lift. He just wanted to go foot to the floor. Which, yeah, you want to do the... Which you do kind of want to, but I think you overdone it. And the line was basically just wrong. As he went through, there was that Alpine pushing on. Who was that? Was that Pal? Well, he's pushing on anyway, I think. Let's see as he comes around the final corner now. To the line, what can he do? Goes into 13th currently. Bottom of the timing page of the drivers who have set laps. Currently as it stands. And moving down to tier 2, hoping that he has better chances there. Yellow flags, I think, being caused by both Ferraris momentarily. But Williams just on his out lap currently. And I think Omar might have had a spin. Anyway, who's pushing on then? And slipstreaming down into turn number 1. That's the Red Bull. Who is that? Going down into turn 1. I thought they were about to go wheel to wheel. Thought we were about to get side by side going into the first corner. Luckily we didn't. And here is Ace. DRS open for the McLaren as he heads down towards turn number 1. The camera angle switching from one side to another as he goes into the first corner now. Just goes on the brakes and then attack over the curb. Once more, about to open DRS for the second time now. And there's a car right ahead of him, which is the Williams. Hopefully it'll be out of the way. And Ace continues now. Your next focus is turn number 4. Just go on the brakes and sweep the car in. And then you're on the brakes once more. And you want to kind of get a good exit. Don't want to run too wide. And he's done it nicely there. And then it's a double hander then. And then back on the power. You're now making your way into the S section, turn number 7. And just goes on the brakes. Little lift on the brakes and then back on the power. And now you try and go foot to the floor, but it is kind of impossible. So you maybe have to have a little lift. The car doesn't seem in control too much. It looks like he was running a tiny bit wide once more coming out of turn 8. So he's down currently as he applies the power and heading now into the stadium section is the McLaren driver. A brilliant stadium section this is. And in the real life Grand Prix, the fans are always able to get some good close-ups of the car. Improvement of lap by Ace. Not position though. So in real life you're always able to get some good photos. And you can see the cars going slowly through that section. So it's just lovely. And the stadium section, obviously a good place for donuts as well. But obviously we're not going to be crowning a champion today. That's for sure. We won't be crowning a champion today. Talking about that, we also have... One second. Glex is still yet to come out. I was like, where is Glexus? Where is Glexus? I looked at the top, couldn't find him at the top, but let's just see. Apparently, I think he's viewing other drivers currently, that's what he's doing. Right, okay. Ollie, we'll watch him, as he's about to go pushing. And here we go then. Mercedes also leading the constructors as well, ahead of Aston Martin. 5 points between them, so the team's battle is also crucial as well. So here we go then, about to watch a lap with Ollie reserving for Williams and about to push down towards turn number 1. Here he goes. He's just got to find the braking point, heading down there. And let's see, just goes on the brakes into turn number 1, pushes on then. And now through the next part of the lap, 2 and 3. And then back on the power, but DRS now open. Don't want to run too wide. And then heading towards 4. Just want to go on the brakes. So just after the 100 meter board on the brakes, over the curbs once more. And then a little lift, back on the power. And then right over to the edge of the circuit, then bring it back a bit to the middle. And then applying the power now, once again, down towards turn number 7. and you place your car more towards the outside on the curb so you can sweep the car in, carry a lot of momentum, and which gives you a good run coming out of the S section. And then he's invalidated that one, so was pushing a bit too much, because obviously the drivers do try and take all advantage they can of the circuit. I mean, not a surprise. They are racing drivers for a reason, as Raptor getting perfectly out of the way. Kind of out of the way where you think he's going to be retiring if it was real life with an engine issue. There's a McLaren pushing on. Is that Rene? Or is that Ace? It is Rene, I believe. In the McLaren. We're on board with him now. McLaren sit 4th in the championship. And they're going to be trying to get close to Alfa Romeo, trying to stay ahead of Alpine. Ace has done all he can. Currently in 11th position. Glexis is on an out lap as well. Rene is invalidated. That's going to be it for his lap as well. So here we go then. These are going to be crucial laps now. Flame goes to 3rd position. The Mercedes man up into 3rd. Can't get ahead of Ollie. And they're still miles behind. This man about to begin his lap. Glexis as well. It's going to be one push for him to see where he can qualify. And a bit of a one short for him. Here he goes. Takes a wide line. About to open DRS. We'll watch the Aston Martin drive on this lap here with DRS open as he pushes on down towards turn number 1. And the man 2nd in the championship. 1.5 points behind Flame. Let's see, can he get anywhere close to his rival as the car ahead cutting corners to try and get to the line in time. Personally, if I was a driver, I would have got very distracted by that, because I was like, okay, he's pushing on and then a bit lift and then lifting again, but Glexis continues to push on then. A tiny bit wide. Yeah, doesn't look like it's going. I mean, I know he can do better, but obviously if he's just done one practice and he's all over as he applies the power and getting it stuck in 4th, 5th, and the gears are also very slow. Over the curb, invalidated. Invalidated for Glexis, almost losing the car. I mean, he has lost it now. And he's retired from the session as well. So he's going to try and do a last to first, but hard when he's been doing so much iRacing. The difference between the two cars is hard. An improvement by Raptor. 1 minute 15.1 as he raises the time to beat. Who is going to be able to get close to it though? We're watching Ollie then as he pushes on. He's currently the only man, but he will have to find a massive improvement if he's going to try and challenge Raptor. Here we go then. Through now the S section. He's invalidated, didn't even notice that. Well, Flame in 3rd. What about? And Pablo's also invalidated. Well, I guess. Then what else? Then Smithy is getting absolutely blocked by a Red Bull, so I don't have a... I mean, this might be it, because look at this. He's been blocked now by... Which Red Bull is that even? And it's Kyle. And these two. But that is it for qualifying then, I believe. There's no one else except Ollie. I mean, Ollie's already invalidated, so that's it. That is it for qualifying. A qualifying where, as Carlabona is disconnected. Carlabona disconnecting once more. And yeah, he hasn't also set a lap in this qualifying either. Having issues is the Mercedes man. And Mercedes leading the Constructors' Championship. Exactly what they don't need. And with Aston Martin only 5 points behind. Unless Glexis has a bad race. I mean, currently, as it stands, it does look like... I mean, it's going to be tight then. Because it's one driver versus one driver. But Flame is up there in 3rd. Glexis basically will be lost. So he's going to try and do a last to first. Well, let's see if he'll achieve it. But obviously, the more laps he'll do, the more comfortable with the car he'll get. Carlabona has joined now, once again. Well, we'll confirm the results to you in a second then. And Pal's saying he beat his old teammate. So yeah, he's into 13th. It's Raptor ahead of Ollie. Flame in 3rd. Pablo in 4th. Knox in 5th. Harrison in 6th. Harley in 7th. Then Smithy. Then Renee. Omar. Ace. William. Pal. Kyle. And then we're going to have Raf, Andy, and Glexus at the back of the field. Well, it's going to be an interesting session then. And Flame, exactly what he wants, his rival to be at the back. And it seems like one of the Mercedes drivers always having issues, unfortunately. As we now head to the race. And yes, nice water. I need it, obviously. There's a reason why I bought it. And Raptor saying he will have a terrible start. And oh, when we're told, oh well, the drivers are told a specific instruction, and they cannot follow it. And it was William. Pal saying let me get water. Yep, go ahead. As they leave the line to begin the formation lap, the anticipation is building. And let's have a look at the tyre compound. 2 drivers in the medium, that is Smithy and Ace. I believe they're also in a call, so a decision by them. And Carlabona is actually in the field. He is in the field, so he needs to take control of the car, but he's saying he doesn't let me. And Carlabona looks like, yep, so he'll have to take control after the formation lap. So we'll keep an eye on William. He needs to retire, and this one's gonna be an interesting one then. And the anticipation is building very much now as they're about to head into the final sector. And a 5.3 kilometers racetrack is gonna hopefully deliver a lot of action as that's Ollie spinning around. Will not affect him though, as Raptor brings the cars to the end of the formation lap then. And they're all gonna line up. Harrison also having a spin as well, as they're gonna get into position, weaving as they go. Now this one's gonna be quite the race. And I mean, what a camera angle! What a camera angle! Let's be honest. So here we go then. We're getting ready for the start of the race around Mexico City. It's the longest run down towards the first corner off the calendar. What is gonna happen? The 5 red lights are about to come on. And when they go out, the Mexico City Grand Prix will be underway. So we're just currently waiting. The wait continues. And Ace has left the session. Oh no. Well, here we go then. We're gonna get the 5 red lights coming on, but I'm guessing there'll be a restart. We're still waiting for the 5 red lights. To come on by, I guess, the longest wait. But we should be having a restart anyway, so the start I don't think will matter, but just in case if it does, I'll keep an eye on that for you. But, I mean, this is just a wait currently. Yep, they're all leaving. So we're not going to be getting a start this time around, but we're going to be waiting. And thank you, Nox, as well, for just confirming that for us as well. So yeah, we can leave this lobby. Nothing is going to be happening interesting in here. We're not going to be having this, are we, again? So, pal, what's your thoughts so far of qualifying? I guess it gives you some time to speak to us. And Nox as well, if you want to say anything. And William, if you are still here. Or any other drivers. Any drivers. Right. Right. Pal saying flashbacks. Raptor saying £10 for coaching. Well, here's the thing. I don't actually need coaching, because I don't race at all, unless there is like some kind of, you know, open lobby or some fun kind of thing, like, unless there's a commentator's race, you probably won't see me. And there is a commentator's race being planned somewhere, so hopefully. And I think people are just wasting time arguing right now. Hmm. Right, okay. So we're just currently waiting. So invite should be coming out. Ugh, right. Because the problem is, the more the people ask, Ace is probably going to be then busy talking with them or answering them. If you get what I mean. Right, I've got to invite. Apologies everyone for the delay. But there is not much we can do about it. Right. Are we all excited? So, pal, now, a bit about your qualifying and going into this race. How do you think it's going to go? So, Paprika saying in chat it's going to be boring DRS train. I'm afraid, but I hope it will be entertaining though. Well, even though we did have a bit of the desync race, we did still get some good action, and but obviously how much of it was desync and all of that stuff. But maybe first position might be someone dominating. I think, but I was speaking with Tristan. And apparently, Raptor does make mistakes. Like if someone puts him under pressure, then he can make mistakes. So I got told a bit about him, but I'm expecting it to be close from second downwards at least, or hoping. But I I'm predicting, and I don't think, as Raptor is just showing his setup. That's my setup as well, the Logitech. And he is miles quicker than me. Anyway, guys, so sweet. I'm predicting. I'm predicting a. I'm predicting Raptor to lose the lead at turn 1 though. That's what I'm. By the time we get there at least, or maybe even off the line. So that's one of my predictions. Leave your predictions in chat of what's going to happen by the time we get into turn number 1. The longest run of the season as well. So anything is possible. But that also does mean that the drivers have a lot of time to sort themselves out going into the first corner. And Ollie's saying he'll be in the wall by turn 1 most likely. So we do not have a formation lap. and the drivers are not supposed to be ready. William is going to be allowed to race. It's his final warning. But I think the drivers, every time they join, they need to read the rules, because it was clearly there in the rules, if I be honest. Now, whatever they might want to say it's a dumb rule or whatever. But the thing is but the top leagues do it as well, so. And Ollie's saying, we'll remember the decent race where I took out 5 people by accident. Yep. But let's hope today is going to be a normal one. So, I'm expecting a close battle, and maybe not for the lead. I'm expecting Raptor to, even if he loses a few positions at the start, I'm expecting him to fly away. We're waiting for Harrison. So I'm expecting it to be tight going into turn 1. I do not even know how I'm going to commentate this. No formation lap. Drivers should not ready. Anything is possible around Mexico City. And even though in real life we might not have the best races there with action, as oh goodness me, someone is readied. Oh, I think that might be Ace. Okay, that might be Ace. Unless, I mean, he is typing now. And it's Jacob. Right. Okay, no, it's not Ace. Right, anyway, we're going to be going into it then. And anyway, we're going to be going into the race. The drivers are still busy chatting. Anyway, here come the lights for the Mexico City Grand Prix. We're underway at Mexico. Who's going to get the best start towards turn number 1? As now, it's going to be Flame who might take the lead. Our championship leader from 3rd on the grid is up into 1st. Before we even get into turn number 1, it's Flame who leads. As we head towards turn number 1, can Raptor try and fight back? As we have Nox trying to dance around the outside of Ollie. Through the first corner we go. It's Flame in the lead. Cutting across the corner was one of the Alfa Romeos. But it's Flame who got the start from 3rd position. And he has the lead ahead of Raptor. Then it's Ollie. And then we have Nox. And we have William then in 5th position, who's battling away with Pablo as we head down towards turn number 4 for the first time. It's William ahead of Pablo, who's going to go for some late sends. HP Gamer thinking about it on Charlie as well as we go through. Have they all been able to get through? Looks like there was a spin there for Harley on the opening lap, but it's Flame, Raptor, Ollie, the top 3. Well, there we go. A very interesting start to that one, and action was expected. Action is what we got. Right on the opening tour of the race, and we have Raptor already putting the pressure on Flame. 1 second, guys, let me put everything up for you. So we had Charlie and Ace once again going on the mediums. Omar, our first retirement, and he's retired on circuit as well. Will that cause a safety car on the opening tour? It's caused a virtual safety car, and we already have some position, as we already have some battles for position on as soon as the virtual safety car comes out. We have Charlie and William going for it. It's Charlie ahead of William, but these two battling away for who had track position when the virtual safety car came out. And Omar already retiring. Harley was the car who spun around on the opening tour, but he was able to keep it. I mean, he was able to take it back. I think he did get damaged though. Glexus, what a start by the Aston Martin driver. He is up into 8th. The man second in the championship. having a very great start, and that's a big crash into the wall. Who is that? Is that Charlie? It is Charlie. That's a huge accident. And is he still in this race? Just about. Unsure what happened there as this continuous action. There goes Carlabona to the inside line, and Charlie rejoining Carlabona on the inside ahead of Harrison. It's Ace as well in 10th. The two McLarens together on the racetrack, 10th and 11th for both of them, and it's very close meanwhile for the lead as well, and it's side by side in contact, and spinning around goes William, going wheel to wheel with Pablo, and this is for the race lead. Down the inside goes Raptor. He takes it. Can Flame fight back now as we go through the stadium section, and it's side by side between them, nothing between the two cars. It's Raptor ahead, and Ollie's going to be joining this one as well. Raptor, who started in first, lost it on the opening lap, but has regained it before lap number 3, but can now Flame do anything to fight back? Down towards turn number 1 we're running, and he's trying to break the slipstream already with Ollie now, who's going to be joining this battle. Can Flame do anything? As it's Paul who sets the fastest lap of this one. Can he go for the late send going into turn number 1? But Raptor, well, we didn't have to wait that long for him to take the lead. There we go. He's already got there. As HP again has left the session now, and he's out. Charlie is out. Definitely not what those two drivers wanted, and I have right, I'll now turn on Discord as well. Lap 3 out of 36 though as well. Let's see what's been said. And Omar not happy, HP Gamer not happy, Charlie not happy either. And 1 second the gap, and this is where the race now starts becoming a bit of a DRS zone. Who's going to be able to go for some moves? The two McLarens are wheel to wheel. Down the inside goes Rene. He keeps it on the circuit, and he finds himself ahead of his teammate into 8th. Ace down to 9th. As who else is going for some battles down here? It's Flame using ERS. I think, to be honest, if Flame wants to use that much ERS, because Flame probably wants to keep, because he knows, because Flame knows that this one's going to run away soon, because that's how quick Raptor is. I mean, last lap, he should have just used his DRS then. I mean, that lap, he would have clearly got the move done. As here comes Kyle and the two former teammates going wheel to wheel down into turn number 1. Kyle ahead of Pal. William out of the race as well for retirements on lap 4. Flame staying close currently, so this one is not going to be over yet. And Raptor, I mean, if he continues like this, as William leaving the session as well, and if Raptor continues like this, even if he's missed so many rounds at this stage, he will catch up with how dominant he's going to be, and the battle for second is obviously going to be close. As here comes Knox. Ollie has left the session. Ollie has left the session. Ollie's left the session, and through goes Knox to take 3rd position. Definitely not what he wants. The gap is just under 1 second, and DRS will be given to Flame. Surely won't be able to go for the move there, as we're gonna have Pablo moving up into 4th due to Ollie's disconnection. And this is when the race starts to settle down a bit, and the action, I mean, then we start getting a bit less action on the racetrack, as through goes Pablo to 4th due to Ollie not having control on his car. Carlabona, after being in a bit of a mess earlier on with Wi-Fi, he's in 7th. And Glexus, he was trying to achieve a last of 1st, but remember this, he'll get used to the car as Flame, getting very close to the back of Raptor now. And he is, our championship leader is on 1 this year, as Glexus up into 5th now, and our championship leader on 1 now, and he's going to be right on the tail, and I think he was pushing maybe a bit too much. That's how overexcited he got. I was about to say Glexus is getting closer and closer to the front as well, and now Raptor is going to be put under pressure. Flame has to go around the outside, and he's going to try and do the up and under. Our championship leader now will have a big opportunity, has to look to the outside line. Raptor covers the inside as they now make their way to the final quarter and down towards turn number 1. Here we go then for the battle for the lead. It's Raptor versus Flame and Raptor trying to break this slipstream, and Flame's going to try and follow it. He's going to have to dance around the outside through the first corner. We're going to be going to Raptor will have the inside. Flame's going to take the inside though. Flame now has the inside. He goes to the inside line, and Raptor fights this one around the outside. It's side by side, and Raptor holds on for a moment, but Flame will get a big opportunity now, heading down towards turn number 4. He's in the wheel tracks. Can he go for a late send? Down there, and he's gonna have to wait behind. Surely he won't go for a late send. But this one, changing in a few seconds, where we thought Flame was struggling to stay inside 1 second, he finds himself pushing Raptor through these corners. I mean, it's that much of a surprise to me, as Ollie is gonna rejoin this race, I would say in 9th. Now when he is able to get back to it, Nox will also be joining this. And here comes Flame now with the DRS. He's going to go for the move now as we come to the stadium section. He's going to have to go around the outside. Wait for them. Who's going to appear in our picture in the lead? It's still side by side. It's Flame with the inside. They're still side by side as we go through the stadium section with Nox joining this party. All out of shape is Raptor, and he spins the car. Raptor spins around, and when Tristan said if he's under pressure he might make a mistake, that is true. And unfortunately, let's hope he's able to rejoin this. And look at this now. Nox got caught up. He got backed up, and here comes Pablo now. And we're going to have the two Red Bull powertrains battling it into turn number 1. Who's going to appear ahead as we go down there? It's 3 abreast in the background as well. Who's going to have the position? And look at this. 3 wide, and down the inside goes Glexus, who tries to get past Raptor. And these two are giving us some action straight away. Nothing between them, and they are together on the racetrack now. And Carlo Bono is waiting with the ERS. Can he try and get past? And it's Mercedes versus Aston Martin in the championship in the constructors. And now this one is turning into fireworks with Flame with a 1.4 seconds lead. Right, okay. Thank God I bought a lot of water there. Because, I mean, drama continuous. This continues drama. As, oh no, Glexus has disconnected. He's back in now. He's back in. Gonna give a big opportunity now to Carlo Bono with the Mercedes. Mercedes versus Aston Martin in the championship. There's nothing between them on the circuit as well. Down the inside goes Carlo Bono and Flame. And he pushes them off. He pushes him off. I can't speak. As I said, Flame, he's in the lead. Don't worry about him. It's Carlo Bono ahead of Glexus. And what I was gonna say until I got my words mixed up. As in comes Glexus. What I was gonna say until I got my words mixed up is that we have, obviously, can he do his teammate a favour? Can he do his teammate a favour? Because remember, as Glexus is retired, he's retired out of this race. And, well, unfortunate, another retirement then. And Aston Martin will not score currently as it stands. Meanwhile, the two McLarens close together once more on the racetrack. And a crucial moment for a man, as I almost trip, for a man who is going to be trying to stay in the championship, but it's going to be hard now, especially with Flame leading the way. And Ace gets a 3 second. Ollie joins him with a 3 second. As our championship leader finds himself at the front of the field once more. 1.5 seconds clear, with Nox putting the pressure on. And my voice finally gets a break because I got to a point where I could not even speak. As here we have Harley and the two Alpines in a battle now. So I thought Carlo Bono was gonna try and help his teammate by going wheel to wheel with Glexus. Are we about to see Harley make the move on his teammate? The two Alpines going for it down into turn number 1. It's Harley who has to dance around the outside. Does Pal fight this one? He's late on the brakes, and Harley's going to try and do the up and under now. He fights back around the outside, and he's going to get the position surely. But can Pal do anything to fight back now with the DRS? And it's going to be his teammate with the DRS. as we go into turn number 4. Can he go for a lead? Stand on the brakes. He's gone for it. He won't make the corner. That is far too ambitious. And I'm sure he's going to have to allow his teammate through. He gets a penalty anyway, but he's going to allow his teammate through on that occasion. As here comes Ollie around the outside. Great move to move up into 7th. Ace, a respectful driver, a great driver, not being able to fight that one, and lets his rival through easily without any problems. As do we have a spinner? We do. It's Pal who spun. And while Nox puts the pressure on Pablo. Lap 10 out of 36. And Raptor is going to try and get close to these guys. I'll currently look at the tier 1 chat and tell you everything you need to know about what has just gone on. While I let you guys watch as Pal comes in. I was watching on, and I think the reason is for Glex's retiring, he got rear-ended well and his wheel snapped and he was holding on to it. Okay. As Ollie's gonna have a big chance to get past another McLaren. He got past Ace earlier. Here he comes on Renee alongside, and surely gonna pull ahead. By the time they get into turn 1, can Renee fight this one at all? Oh, he's gonna fight back to the inside line. That was unexpected. They go wheel to wheel, and it's gonna be Ollie ahead of Renee, unless Renee tries to fight this one into turn number 4, but got tight between them. And it is a tiny bit, as we already have an incident report. I'll be taking a look as I'm one of the stewards as well. And I think, yep, definitely we'll be taking a look at that as the different battles continue. Oh no! Spinner there! Who is that? Who has spun around? And it's the AlphaTauri of Pablo, who has lost the car. And, well, that, I don't know why, I just thought it was a Mercedes for a second. So, well, whatever. I do hope Glexis is okay, because I've just seen Charlie say if Glexis has a broken wrist, Carlo needs... Then, yeah, I'd say I agree with that. He needs a big punishment. Which I think, even though I shouldn't really be saying much about the stewards chat, I think as a journalist, if I'm a journalist, I would kind of say the same. If Glexis is injured in any way, then there has to be a penalty. As I think it was Ace losing it. And he's lost it again. Losing it again. And he loses the position to Harley as well. 1.5 seconds. And Raptor is now going to try and chase after Flame now. These two are about to go side by side in the Mexico City Grand Prix. Omar was left the session. He was our first retirement in this race as well. And just a reminder, if you want to get involved in these races, And Charlie also leaving the session as well. I'm gonna have some water. Can I? Because there is some action on the racetrack going into turn number 1. But Raf Andy fully misjudges his braking zone and goes into the back of Harley. He's trying to now get on the power. And he's going to use all the ERS he has. He's going to try and fight back. But surely he won't be able to go for a move. Inside 1 second for the lead as well. Glex has left the session. And Raf Andy really seems to be missing his braking zones. Currently. Well, that's what it looks like to me. Some more water for me. Sorry if you heard that. Especially if you are solo. It's a thing that you do need. Especially if you're going to be screaming left, right, centre at so much action. Because we have a lot of action going on. Meanwhile, we can also see this battle now. The two drivers who were battling it out earlier and giving us a lot of action are about to provide a tiny bit more. They're not done yet. DRS open for Raptor as he heads towards 4. And he's going to be trying all he can against his racing rival. As Ollie trying to now recover using ERS. DRS, can he go for a late turn into 4? He's going to have to wait behind currently. As here we go then. In real life, the man who usually starts the race in third often does lead into the first corner. And that's exactly what we saw here as well. But this time it wasn't a slipstream game into turn number 1. It was Flame, basically, just getting the start off the line. And I expected Raptor to not get off the line well. I predicted that, so I get a prediction right once more. So yeah, he didn't get off the line well. And I don't know if it's just me, but when there is one driver, they're always going to have something. They're always going to have something. As can we see a move now for the lead? Bit of lag. Apologies for that. As there is, as you see, a battle now. Pablo versus Nox as we go through the first 2, 3 corners of the racetrack. We're heading towards turn number 4. And who's it going to be? It's going to be Pablo with the position with Nox now. He'll be hoping to stay close to the wheel tracks. As we head into 4. It's the AlphaTauri ahead of the Red Bull. But what I was going to say is, we always have, whenever we have a very fast driver, they're always going to be like bad at something. Like either it's they're starting, either it's their 1 lap pace or whatever. It's always something. As Raptor pushing Flame through these corners. And we might be getting a change for the lead soon. And how much is our championship leader going to defend this one? And he's going to get a big opportunity now with Galexis retiring from this one. Here we go then. About to begin. Lap number 16 in this one. And are we going to get a change for the lead? Wait for the cars to appear into our picture down at turn number 1. As the camera switches, Raptor pulls alongside, goes to the inside line, and takes the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix. He's ahead by the time we get into turn number 1, and he moves up into first. Can Flame try and stay close and do something else against his rival, like he was staying close before? That's going to be our next question. And due to the detection zones here, if you're basically behind at the first one, you get DRS for the next 2, so that's why Flame didn't have DRS towards 4. That's how it works at some circuits, but some circuits have an extra detection zone. For example, Bahrain, it has one for the first straight and the second straight, but Mexico, it basically just has only one for both streets. So yeah. But Raptor into the lead of this one, first ahead of Flame. Ollie with a 3-second time penalty as well. And Raptor now pushing on, and now he's going to do what he does best, is dominate As we're about to go to half race distance as well. Safety cars are still a possibility. Anything is still possible. Don't count something out in this one. And this is when the race will start to calm down a bit now. Because we're all into our... And at this point we kind of get into the positions where our paces. It normally takes them quite a bit and there's drama and more crazy moments which go on. And then they find themselves in the correct position. We have Kyle getting a 3-second time penalty. Penalties, there you go. And we'll leave it on tires for now. And we'll actually just show you, as we have a pit tire I think as well. We'll show you position changes. We have Carlo Bona up 11. And Rafandi as well up as ace in the pit lane. He was the car who pitted. Now it's 2 seconds. And over 2 seconds, 2.3 almost, between Flame and Raptor in this race. And we have Nox using ERS with DRS as well, down towards turn number 1. The only battle we have currently on the circuit. As Ace puts on the hard compound of tyres as we go into turn number 1. And DRS as well for the second time. As Harley comes in as well. With no overtaking on the circuit, we'll watch him change tyres. And also it's a front wing change for him as well. Front wing as well, so he would have got damaged somewhere. And he's gonna come out. Back into this one. Will he be ahead of Kyle and Ace? I mean, he should be. As he applies the power now. And here is Kyle pushing on down towards 1. But Harley is ahead and also does have the tyre advantage massively, as here is our battle for third. The final podium position. And who's going to stand on the rostrum as they exit now through. Yellow flag to the third part of the lap. And it's Ollie who's round. Ollie losing the car. And thank you very much, says Carlo Bona, who's up into 5th. Ollie down to 6th. As Rene, 3-second time penalty for him. In the pits comes Rene now. As Powell gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and he's also retired. Not going his way. Another retirement in this one. Lots of retirements currently. And we're watching the Alpine driver Harley is 3 seconds between 3.1 now between Raptor and Flame. So really the battle for the lead currently. It looks hard for Flame to beat, as that was a wide moment there by Pablo. It seems hard for Flame to beat Raptor in this one. Lap 19 out of 36. Yellow flags to the first part of the lap, ignore that. That's just Pal as our race leader comes in now. Our race leader dives it in. It looks like Pablo is going to be able to stay ahead of Nox down the first straight. Depends on the exit on the second straight. And Pal saying he gave up his arms, died. Unfortunate Pal. Well, hopefully you can still stay with us in the stream and continue chatting while the race isn't as exciting, but there is still a lot more action to come. Hopefully we still have the battle for third going on between Pablo and Nox, and it's currently for second on the road, but it's the net battle for third because Raptor has dived it in. Is all out of shape as Nox, and the tyres will be dying away as well, and the mediums will be coming into use. And Raptor and Ollie, the two drivers, who were at the front of the field to start the race, might be getting close to each other once again, but this time we're gonna have one who's still yet to make a pit stop and one who has made a pit stop. Talking about pit stops, Flame comes in. Flame is in. Ollie also now putting the pressure on Carlo Bono as well. That's another battle now we can look forward to, as we have Ollie diving it in. Rafandi gets a 3-second time penalty. Flame also in as well. Carlo Bono now takes the net lead of this one. Raptor continues on in, not the net lead, sorry, the race lead, but it's Raptor with the net race lead. And Pal saying he also wanted a bit of practice for the race. Yep, always good. Having some extra practice. We have yellow flags, and it's Kyle. No, Kyle's round, and through goes Ace, and through goes, points away from him. And Pal, you might have jinxed that. Kyle points, doesn't look like currently, as Rafandi also comes in. Now actually, can Carlo Bono hold up Raptor and help his teammate here? Can he do something to try and help his teammate? I mean, if they are in a call, he could surely try and do something. It depends though. They're very good friends of each other, but are they in a call right now? Because then Flame would be like, right, hold him up for me, come on, hold him up. But he still cost him a tiny bit of time, let's be honest. But let's see as he... What's the gap as they come over the line? 3.6. As we still have Nox and Pablo going on that battle, and it'll be even tighter now. They've continued, because they're both on the mediums as well. And where does Carlo Bono come out? He's behind Ollie. Ace gets a 3-second time penalty once more. Will Pal also remind me to put up penalties, because that's the thing I always forget. But currently, the top two and penalties are not matching, meaning that they don't have any penalties in this race. Everyone else does. As they go now. We're just watching Flame and Raptor 4.8, and now Raptor has unleashed all of his potential, and he's gonna give it his all now till the end. What is gonna even be the gap? If there's no safety cars, what is even gonna be the gap between these two drivers? As through goes Ace up into 9th, getting past Rafandi. Rene gets a 3-second time penalty. 7th place runner currently. Raptor says the fastest lap, 1 minute 17.252. And the thing we currently have to, the only thing we currently have is the battle for 9th. That's only if Rafandi can stay close, or Nox and Pablo, the battle for 3rd. As Rafandi gets 2-second time penalty for corner cuts, and oh no, Rafandi's out. Rafandi is out. And that's a retirement on circuit as well. Has he crashed out? What has happened? And I mean, I would have loved a safety car for that, but the game deciding no, and already cleared. And domination by the man we're currently watching. And yellow flags. Who is that? And that's damage for Harley. Yep, Harley's round, thank you. And I guess we're just waiting for something to happen. There's nothing happening, and we're waiting for something to happen and take place. Colabono, another time penalty. Rafandi's also retired. Yep, that happened earlier. Harley dives it in. That's due to the damage. I mean, it's kind of expected, to be honest. Where the race just gets to the point where there's not much going on. I mean, even Tier 2, it all started off with so much action. We were all really at the edge of our seats, and then everything just calms down at the end. It's kind of like, no, drivers, continue giving us more. Give us more, give us more. And especially, it was the only exciting part of the weekend as well, pretty much, because... it was one of the exciting races of the day, other than F2. Because F1 didn't deliver later on that evening. So... well... I'm hoping that these two do something in the Battle of the Third. I mean, it's gonna be coming. If Nox just sits behind, last lap we're kind of gonna get something. But... I guess Pal also... do you think you probably want a safety car as well to spice up this race? I surely do. I surely do want a safety car. It's one of those moments where everyone except Raptor probably wants a safety car. I guess for entertainment purposes. As ooh, all out of shape Pablo, and Nox says I'll join you being all out of shape, but he's lost much more time, and it's 2.1 seconds. So we had Pablo giving a little slide, Nox giving it, I guess, twice as much of a slide, and unfortunately it's cost him so much time. And well, 1.8 seconds now the gap between them. And yeah, now it's really that race where you really do need a safety car, because there's no action guaranteed right now. Because if you have the DRS, you can, yes, stay close and then go for it on the last lap. But if you don't have DRS and you're similarly paced to your rival, then it's probably going to stay around 2 seconds, I'd say. I mean... and Pal saying, I got this. Hype from this reward thing. I'll be hoping that we get some hype in here. Come on. And Nox getting a 3-second time penalty. Well, let's just, as Carl gets a penalty. Remind me to put up the penalties as well, because I'll probably forget that, but it won't affect the top two at all. Ollie has left the session once more. And that's gonna give Carl Burnham a big opportunity now. Yep, let's put up pens for you. I mean, with nothing happening, I might as well just leave them on. Let's just give you a little reminder of our tyres. Except Ace and Harley, everyone's on the mediums. There's your penalties. I'll leave them up actually for you. So anyway, the 3 extra seconds would mean Nox wouldn't get the podium anyway, so... And Rene has, as Pal says, Rene has about 2 more penalties until he's disqualified. He's got to avoid that then, at all costs. So I think he would rather prefer the points, the 6 points I believe he gets. Actually no, it's not like real life. The point system is different. I was thinking real life. No. But he's still going to get points, so I think he would rather want that. As I got excited for a second, but then I realised it's Ollie who's disconnected. I mean, yeah, that'll be a battle coming up then. If Ollie can quickly get back in, it's a battle which will be coming up. But the thing is, he's probably going to get up the road now. And... right. Here is the man currently dominating this race. And he's about to, I believe, lap ace now. On lap 28 out of 36. Ollie losing position to Rene as well. And it's really a race which, as Ollie's joined back, it's really a race which needs something to happen for us to get a bit more entertained. But currently, it looks like he's just going to be Raptor dominating this one. Carlabona gets a 3-second time penalty. Dolly's disconnected once more. Really unfortunate for him. But I'll let you enjoy a few corners with nothing in the way. All you can see is a Haas dominating this race. A phrase I would not mind. It's a phrase that I would not mind saying in real life. But unfortunately, as Renee's about to get past Ollie as well, Ollie saying, what a joke of a game. Unfortunate. Let's hope. Yeah, unfortunately, looks like he's not able to get back in as Renee gets past as well. And currently, every driver who finishes will be scoring points. I believe he already has an invite. But he's just not working when he gets in. Well, the start was very exciting. I think we have to say Silverstone might be the best race so far this season, entertainment wise. Other than that, it's not been the same as last season, I have to be honest, unfortunately. And your best race as well? Yep. And, well, yep, see you later, Ollie. Hopefully you have a better next race if the game lets you on. But hopefully 23 will be better. And Pal saying 2 laps. Yep, that was very exciting. That was some brilliant racing. Really enjoyed it. And the major heat in this race. I mean, if you were still in this, I was loving your dive bombs on Harley. Is that car coming back out? Who is that? It's not Knox. Was that Kyle? I think, might have been Kyle, yep. Diving it in. I do love some moves late on the brakes. Enjoyable to watch as... Oh no! As we just cut to Rene, he spins the car. And he's gonna get back in. And he'll be ahead of Ollie still. And yellow flags to the second part of the lap. Who has had a spin? Harley gets a 2-second time penalty. Lap 31 out of 36. What I would love is a late safety car. But I doubt we're gonna get one. Raptor though, 10.3 seconds. If there isn't any stoppages like any virtual safety cars or safety cars, I'm predicting the gap to be over 14 seconds. I'm predicting the gap to be over 14 seconds by the end of this race. Well then. And Power saying people's fuel is gonna go, they gotta save. As that's Ace's round. He's joined back in, but he concedes 8th position. Unfortunate for the McLaren, finding themselves spinning. But I guess there was a few action points of this race. Big action. Lap 1. The Flame Raptor battles at the beginning. Then that one overtake. Your dive bombs. And some of the moments with Glexus and Glexus Raptor. It only lasted momentarily, but yeah. Well then. It would. I don't think the gap's gonna go to 14 seconds or over 14 seconds actually. We're on lap 33 out of 36. It would be incredibly sad if that was. I mean, if Nox was still inside of 1 second, he would be getting an advantage of 3 DRS zones on this lap. But you can see now he's just losing time and isn't going to be able to challenge for the podium. Ace gets a 3 second as well. Whoa, well. At least we have got a race without any desync. But, well, where are we heading to next? Let's just check calendar for us. Calendar. We're heading to Brazil. Ooh, that's gonna be spicy. Tasty over there. Well, I think there's gonna be a lot of action at Brazil there. And last season it delivered a brilliant race. I'm hoping for more of that. After Brazil, we head to a 2 weeks break. So, well, so I mean, also, I mean, it's gonna be for most people, it's gonna be a bit of a boring time, to be honest. Boring period, because there's not going to be any real life going on, because real life have that incredibly long break due to we were supposed to have the Chinese Grand Prix. Yep, obviously, yep, some people will chill, but obviously it might be boring for some people because no real life going on. Yeah, it is a rest for drivers, but obviously no real life over that period due to the Chinese Grand Prix, which got cancelled. So there's about a 4-week gap, is it? Something like that. So in real life, and then, but we will return on the 22nd of April, and next week will also be the Australian Grand Prix. Hopefully it will be an absolute thriller. And, I mean, I'm expecting it to be a bit of an interesting race. yeah, hour change. Tomorrow. Oh yeah. Definitely did not forget that. Anyway. Here we are then. With Raptor as he heads on to the final tour of this 4.3 kilometer circuit. And if he can navigate the 17 corners of Mexico City, he'll be on to take his first victory on debut as well. And what a brilliant race by him. Purely dominated. Purely dominated. And he's gonna get his first win today. And I think everyone's gonna feel happy for him as well. He's gonna join the list of Tier 1 Grand Prix winners. Tristan, Thrasher, Noah, Galexus, Verify, Archie, Curvo, Julian, Raf, Ace, Sene, Noel, and then FMR, Harrison, Charlie, Finn, Ilias, Flame. But he will also join the names of Julian, Raphael, Ace, Sene, Noel, FMR, Harrison, Charlie, Phoenix, Ilias, and Flame, who have all won one Grand Prix. The rest have won more, but this driver is not going to be far away from that. If he can do performances like he's done today, he'll do many more as he comes across the line to win the Mexican Grand Prix, and he's going to beat home Flame, our championship leader, having a good race, who will keep his championship lead. And it's a great day for Mercedes as well. They take second, even though it's not the top spot. Flame did all he can with all the battles with Raptor, and they still did give us a good race at the beginning. It's Flame in second. Pablo also on his debut takes third, and then we're gonna have Knox, Carlabona, and then Renee. And I'll let the penalties and I'll let everything else sort themselves by themselves. I'll confirm the order to you in a bit, but Pablo making his debut in Tier 1 and finishing in third. And yes, I would not mind to hear a Haas dominating. I would not mind saying that at the Australian Grand Prix. But I think, well, and apologies by the way. Pablo, I got him mixed up with two other drivers. Pablo isn't a tier 2 driver. I think he's just reserving. Or is he a full time? Yeah, he's a full time. I think he's Jacob. Yep. So apologies for that. Well, about to confirm the results to you. But he is making his debut anyway. No, Pablo is not in Tier 2, I believe. Yeah, I got that mixed up. Phew, he says. Anyway, to confirm the results to you. On debut, it's Raptor who wins. And I'll say this, he might have missed a lot of rounds, but if he's going to continue doing races like this, and with it being so close behind, you can absolutely expect him to be joining this championship battle. Somehow, whatever way he'll do, rely on other people having some bad races, and if he can just continue performing like this and getting the wins every race, you never know. Anything is possible. Flame in second. Good race for our championship leader, who's going to extend his lead over Glexus. Pablo in third. Knox in fourth. Collarbone in fifth. Renee in sixth. Ollie in seventh. And then Harley, Ace, Kyle, your retirements are Raf Andy, Pal, Galexus, William, HP Gamer, Smithy, Omar. Long retirement list it is. Well, even though the race ended with not much action, the beginning of it did give us a lot. And the drivers having some conversations. But a few things before we go. Thank you for joining us, number one. Number two, hopefully Glexus is okay and his wrist is okay. And they're saying we are never racing Mexico again. Maybe it gives us some space for another good race, like Imola or something. Or Austin. I think Austin is one of the circuits we'll want to see as well. Because it's kind of like we're doing a similar calendar every season with a few extra tracks, so let's hope we're going to get a bit of a shake-up going into F123, because that will hopefully be a big shake-up in terms of the attitude of the drivers to the game as well, and hopefully it's going to be brilliant. But that's pretty much it. And yep, F123 maybe, and yep, you might not be racing at the beginning, but yeah, let's hope it's going to be an absolute brilliant one for the remainder of the season and next season as well. So, well, that's it then. Unfortunately, I don't want the stream to end, but Raptor is gonna leave Mexico City happy, and we're heading to Brazil next. The final race before the break. Who's gonna lead? Who's gonna lead? Who's gonna leave the final race happy and with the championship lead? That's gonna be one of our questions. But our main one is, who's gonna leave Brazil happy going into the 2 weeks break with a good attitude, and who's gonna come back stronger in the second half of the season? Well, thank you for joining us, but you're gonna have to join us to answer the next few questions in this chapter. Goodbye for now.